Hi guys. So as many of you guys know, I wasn't there to give a singer appreciation dinner speech because I was graduating. Of course it had to be the same night, but I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye and thanking everyone for such a good year. So this video will have to kind of function as that. This is actually my second attempt at making this video. I wrote out a script to thank everyone and give people advice, but it was kind of too forcingly motherly. And so I kind of just want to tell a Reed story instead and kind of leave you with that. And so I want to tell you about my first Paint the Town Red. This is a story that I wanted to tell it a long time ago when Miss Lee was like, are there any experiences that were really good? But I was a little 8th grade Reed and too scared to share, and so I didn't. But now I feel like is the perfect opportunity to share it with everyone. So my promo to year after Paint the Town Red, we went to a bunch of retirement homes on the north side and sang to people across the city. And we went into one that was really close to my house, and I had passed it all the time coming home from school, coming home from choir, shopping, all the time. I'd never gone inside, hadn't really seen people outside much, but it was kind of something that was always in my life and had never really recognized it. And so it was our first stop, and it was all 100 of us going in, piling in, at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And we do our set, and it's a pretty cramped space. And we do our set, and we come down for I Need You to Survive. And Miss Lee is like picking people who's gonna come to come and stand out in the audience. And I'm terrified of being in the audience because I don't want to be next to anyone who's going to be able to hear me sing. I don't want to have to touch anyone. I was like, just leave me up on stage so that I can just like do my thing. I can impact people from up here and I will literally be fine. And Miss Lee asks show choir to stay up on stage. I was not in show choir yet. And so I have to go down into the audience, and it's so cramped that we're basically on top of everyone. Like, I'm literally on top of this little old lady, and I was probably way more terrified than she was, but we start singing I Need You to Survive, and I like am very cramped and like already don't want to touch anyone and look very uncomfortable probably. And I look up, and all of the girls in show choir that I had been looking up to for like 3 or 4 years before that were smiling at me, and one of them nodded and winked at me. She like smiled and winked, and I immediately felt so much better about, what I was doing. And I smiled back at her, and I was like, oh God, they're watching me. All the big kids are watching me. But I slowly started to, become more relaxed. And I got so into it that at the end of the piece, like the last verse, I grabbed the woman's hand with both of my hands, and I was rocking out. And at the end of the piece, the lady leaned over, kissed me on the cheek, and said, thank you so much. That just made my entire life. I can die happy now. And I will never have another choir experience like that again. And I think that story is important for 2 reasons. One, because that's what we're there to do. We're there to impact people. You can't be scared to go out there and do what we're there to do, which is to, connect with people on that level. And, I'm really glad I had that experience my promo to year, because to this day I might be more scared than I already was to go out and really connect with people like that. And the second thing, the second reason why that story is important to me is because in choir, you should always feel like you can look up and see a room full of people that are there to love and support you and connect with you and, you know, be your family and be there for you. You know, I've never felt more loved than sometimes, you know, in choir, people have loved me more than I can love myself, and that's the reason that I've had the experience in choir that I've had. And I'm so thankful for that. And so that's also the reason I'm making this video. I don't want to get choked up, but I just wanted to say a final thank you. And, you know, just, you guys are rock stars, and I know that you will continue to be rock stars, but, you know, continue to love each other and continue to support each other, and I know that you'll have a great 60th anniversary year. So, I love all of you.